Hello, friends. Oh, good. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. Hey, everyone. Thanks for waiting. Glad you are here. I'm glad my YouTube app is not crashing yet. So that's good. And welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary live stream for Monday night, November the 9th. I hope you're doing well. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Right off the bat, I want to say thank you. I know you could be doing anything else right now, and you could be, hot takes here. Everyone's here. That's awesome. I know you could be doing anything else, but whether you are in my neighborhood of Steveston, Richmond, the same city, the same province, the same country, the same continent, or around the world, I appreciate you, and I appreciate that you could be doing anything else right now. So I certainly never, ever, ever take you guys for granted, especially after what happened last week, which I will get to in a second. Actually, lots of funny things I want to get to in a second. So whether you're new or not new, I invite you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, but you likely have. That's why you're here. That's why you know about it. But I invite you to also like this video as well. I like to see those likes go up as we start. So if you want to like the video, I certainly will not complain. Very quickly, and then I'll get to your comments right away. This week, it was good on the channel. I did vlogs on an extension for Travis Green. I talked about Ryan Kessler going in the Ring of Honor. I talked about the core of our team, how young they are, how much they can improve, and then that led to a vlog about Pettersson and Hughes and their next contracts. I talked about our bottom six and my hopes for them, that they can be better next season and maybe not be the money-sucking hole that we're afraid they're going to be. And then today I talked about Vasily Podkolzin and his great performance in the Karjala Cup, that annual Finnish tournament named after the sponsoring beer company. And then also, if you saw today, and it was on Twitter yesterday, it has 7,000 views on Twitter, another couple hundred on YouTube, almost 1,000 on Instagram, and over 1,000 on Facebook. I posted a video of me trying to re-enter our house after hanging up some Christmas lights outside. I was on the second floor. Don't worry, we haven't turned on the lights yet. But long story short, it wasn't. It's not as easy for me as I get older and less flexible for me to re-enter the bedroom, my daughter's bedroom. So if you saw the video, it was pretty crazy. I got in. Then as my gut was hanging over the windowsill, I moved into a handstand position. And then while my daughter was filming, my second son, Jacob, says, "What do you want me to do?" I was trying to blurt out, "Catch my legs," but I didn't have time because my momentum started taking me forward. And I did a complete somersault. Of course, my butt's too big and I'm too big where the width of Kayla's bed certainly didn't catch me. And it was like a wrestling bump, honestly, over the top rope where I landed directly on the floor. So my butt went basically from up about 6 feet up in the air because I came through a window and down, smashing onto the bedroom floor. My son Sean was doing some work on his computer. He was wondering what the big crash was. I was surprised I didn't go through the floor. Thank God Kayla had a little yoga exercise mat that cushioned my fall. But all to say, it was pretty funny. And it wasn't intentional, even though Kayla was filming it. It looked like it was set up, but it certainly wasn't. And this kind of crazy stuff happens to me in my household all the time. I don't obviously post about it all the time. I don't vlog about it all the time. But some people have said, they love to see a reality show, Keeping Up with the Emos or something like that. I don't know if that would get any ratings, but for those of you who are concerned, thank you. My tailbone's fine, my back is fine, my arm is fine. My ego a little bit bruised, but if you haven't seen the video, what I'm talking about, go look at my YouTube channel, or you follow me on Twitter at Canuck Clay, or on Instagram at Clayton Emo, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, I'm sure you'll see the video. And I think, I think I did it justice there. But it was a setting time, and I can't say that time slowed down when it was happening because no, it happened pretty fast, and that's why I couldn't even blurt out to my son Jacob, "Catch my legs." But if he did, now that I think about it, maybe it's good he didn't, because he would have been roadkill. Okay, let's go. I got within my 5-minute intro. Now let's catch up. Oh, by the way, last week my YouTube app was crashing, so I couldn't do the live stream, and I ended up going on to Zoom, and it was hilarious because there's about 16 of you that joined me. Were patient enough to join me on Zoom at 10:30, so half an hour late once I got the link going and everything, tested my mic. Only about 4 or 5 of you turned on your camera, but it was people that I like to see. HSM Fangirl. I saw Dexter. I saw Coach Rob, and then a few others. didn't put their video on, but they still chatted with their microphone, including Louis. So that was kind of cool. And Mancret was there as well. So made some new friends. And I think, the feedback was pretty good. It's not for everyone. Zoom's not for everyone. But I think maybe I'm going to try that once a month. So I'll get back to that. But I'm thinking of doing first Monday night of every month to do a Zoom call as opposed to here on YouTube. But we're back on YouTube. We're back live. Everything is working. A lot of good friends here. So let's get going right away. Here we go. Fangirl Gaming. Hi, Clay. If the COVID vaccine comes out in the timeline that the Prime Minister said, we will see fans in the stand sooner. Yes, the Pfizer one in particular is going well. They're thinking that they might have it out to people, testing done by the end of November, maybe approved and out to people by the end of December, which would be exciting. That means we could get fans in the arena as early, I don't want to say as early as January, but maybe sometime during the season. And that would be music to everyone's ears, especially the owners who will be losing a lot of money. Ryan, hey Clay, hope you're doing well, brother. Don't go climbing through windows anytime soon, okay? Thank you, Ryan. We will see how many window comments we get so far. So I'm going to start marking these down. That is comment number 1. And this, of course, got to be unsolicited, not because I've already talked about it. Okay, very good. Peter Hughes, hey Clay, hope your YouTube app works properly this time. We shall see. So far, so good, but thank you for the love. Nux, hey Clay, I saw the gif of you on your Twitter wearing the Canucks jersey and you jumped over a sofa and fell so hard you didn't even land on it. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Nux, for that love. That makes it 2 people now commenting on it. Yeah, it wasn't a sofa. It was actually my daughter's bed. But I will say this. In previous years, there's been a dresser where I can at least step down and then make myself into the house safely. That dresser is gone now. We've remodeled, we've redecorated her bedroom. So now it's a big drop from the windowsill down to her bed. And you saw I made that drop even worse by going straight to the floor from the bed. So not my finest moment. Justin, LOL, what was Clay doing? Putting up Christmas lights. Okay, there's number 3. Thank you, Justin. Nice to see you. I'm excited about Victor Podgolzin. Okay, that's close enough. His name is Vasily Podgolzin, but I know who you're getting at, and we are excited too. 10th overall pick, 2019. You guys know that I was at the draft in Vancouver last June on my birthday of all days, so that was kind of cool. Nuck says, Victor, it's Vasily. Rome says hello. Hello, Rome. Nice to see you. Hot take. Hello, John. Nice to see you. Hope you are well and keeping well and safe. Rome says, hit Podgolzin. Yes. Stan Smeal, in front of the home crowd, hosting the draft, completely butchered. I think butchering is paying Smeal a compliment and giving him too much credit. He butchered Podgolzin's name, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Rome obviously knows what I'm talking about. Nick, hi Clay. Hello, Nick. Hot take. I missed too many of these tonight. I'm here for the show. Oh, John, you're too good to me. Not much of a show, but thank you. But I appreciate you being here as always. Peter Hughes. Hey, Clay, when you entered into your bedroom, I thought you were going to break your window. Also, your son should have stacked the 3 pillows underneath the window to make your entrance easier. Well, firstly, that's number 4. Thank you on my tally. You can see my tally right here. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And thank you for your concern, Peter Hughes. I think I saw you put a comment on the video as well. So thanks for your love. Hot take. I dropped a like. Everyone should do the same. Hot take knows his stuff. That's why he's one of the best YouTubers around. Thank you. Anula, our first and most favorite Swedish friend. Thank you for being here, Anula. Hope you are well. Yes, I am good, and I hope you are good as well. Joshua, hi Clay. Missed a couple of the last episodes. No problem, Joshua. Joshua, also a prominent YouTuber and host and overall funny guy. Thanks for being here, Josh. Appreciate it. Edmund, hey Clay, I missed last week because I had to prepare a job interview the next day on Tuesday. No problem, Edmund. You missed our Zoom experiment. Experiment is probably the best way to put it. It was pretty good, but I'll probably do it once a month as opposed to every week. But that last week was out of necessity because my YouTube app kept crashing. Joshua, great stuff as usual. Blessed to the president of the GLCPC. Thank you, Josh. You are a longtime member and lifetime member of the GLCPC. Dexter, Clay going through the Clay going through the window is like Santa going through the chimney. Well, firstly, that's number 5 on my tally. Thank you. Again, unsolicited. And Dexter, you were probably the MVP of my Zoom call last week with the mini sticks getting in trouble from your parents. Let me know. I hope you didn't get in too much trouble and they're wondering why you're watching this 46-year-old man, as good looking as he is, on YouTube every week. HSF Fangirl says, how do you feel about the new restrictions Bonnie Henry announced for only 2 health regions? I think they're fine. We got to get this thing under control, Fangirl, not just for hockey, but for overall safety, production, productivity, work, school, family, faith, all those things. we got to fix this and we got to fix it soon. So I was fine with it. I just saw Dexter's comment. Oliver, hey Clay, I hope you had a great weekend. Canucks have been very quiet lately. What move will happen next? Hi Oliver, I'm great. I hope you are as well. Yeah, you know, every team's been quiet. You hear of a signing once in a blue moon, but all the major free agents have gone. All the money is gone. Now you have all these mid to lower tier free agents. They're going to be looking for deals. They're going to be picking up the scraps, so to speak. And yeah, anyone who basically didn't get signed in those first couple of days is unfortunately now part of the secondary market where there's not a lot of money for a lot of players still. So astute GM should be able to sign guys on pretty cheap deals. So maybe, I don't know if there's going to be a move. They signed Jake Virtanen most recently. And so maybe it's going to be, maybe you're not going to see a lot of moves actually. The Canucks are over the salary cap. They got to figure out what to do with either Ferland, Berchi, or Eriksson, or a combination of all of them. So I would not be surprised, Oliver, if we don't see any moves until training camp now. Nick, hey Clay, if a Canadian division happens, how would you rank the teams? Talked about this a couple times, Nick, recently. Originally, I had the Canucks at number 1 because I'm kind of biased, obviously. But the more I think about it, I really like, I don't like them, but I still think Toronto has the potential to finish a top regular season division. I think Calgary, with their improvements, including Markstrom, Tanev, could be better. I think Vancouver would be in a fight with Edmonton, Montreal, and Winnipeg for number 3. So they could finish anywhere between 3 and 6, I think. I don't think they're as bad as Ottawa 7, but Vancouver has struggled against Canadian teams. So maybe somewhere in the 3-4 range is where I'd put the Canucks. Edmund, you think Canucks should sign Sami Vatanen? I like that, Edmund. Right shot, $4 million a year, injury prone. Obviously, he's not going to make $4 million this year, but we'd have to move some stuff, move some money for sure to make that happen. Patrick, hello Clay, how are you doing? I'm doing great, Patrick. Hope you're well as well. I don't give Kachuk. Clay, what's up? Oh, speaking of great YouTubers, here's another one. Paul is in the house. So if you don't know, I don't give Kachuk. If you don't know his videos, make sure you give him a sub. He does some great work. Of course, Hot Take Hockey, who I mentioned earlier, make sure you subscribe to him. And then Joshua Griffith, also another one who does some good stuff on Twitter. Josh, I'm not sure if your stuff's on YouTube as well. Please forgive me, because I usually, I think it is, but I know I watch a lot of your stuff, or at least get to your stuff through Twitter. Edmund. Oh, sorry. Louis, how was bowling on the weekend? Louis, sad to say, it's shut down for 2 or 3 weeks, our leagues. So Sunday night, the drop-in league, the mano a mano, or mano a womano, that doesn't sound right, but it's 1-on-1. That's off the grid for 3 weeks. And of course, my big bowling night, Tuesday night, with my 2 sons, that 5-person team event, that is up for 3 weeks as well. So no bowling for me for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And it just means more time to, I guess, study, rest, pray, hang out properly, of course, with the people I'm allowed to, and maybe prepare vlogs. Who knows? But thank you for asking, Louis. Edmund, I love how Jacob was, okay, here's number 6, thank you. I love how Jacob was laughing during the video climbing. You should have dressed up as Santa Claus. Thanks for the compliment, I think. Dexter, he's talking about the video of you jumping over the couch and landing on the floor. I try, ink. I know Securis posted about, yes, Matt Securis actually retweeted my video. That's probably the reason why it's got almost 7,000 views. Yeah, and I just thought it would be a simple, fun thing to post on a day where I was hanging up Christmas lights, raking leaves for 3 hours. But yes, it was kind of funny to see Securis retweet it for sure. Laura, stranger, how are you? Do you think Hoglander will make the team next season as Toffoli is gone? I'll be honest, I don't see Hoglander making the team right out of camp. I think there's enough forwards that they have to consider already. I count 14 or 15 forwards already ahead of him. But I do see him, if he starts in Utica, or if there is a Utica, actually, that's a good point. Now, I don't even know what it's going to be. But I could see him being a mid-season call-up for sure. But I don't think that he'll make the team right out of camp. And I think Podkolzin, as I vlogged about today, could come over as soon as the KHL playoffs are done, if there are no World Championships. Good question, Laura. Nice to see you. Fangirl, I enjoyed the Zoom chat. Thank you for doing that and considering me part of the panel on that chat. Yeah, we were joking around how we had kind of like our own Clay's Canucks commentary CCC panel there of everyone that basically turned on their video. Certainly a good-looking panel befitting of the founder of the GLCPC. Joshua, OMG, the fact that you had done this year after year and knew you had no landing but went for it anyways makes me mad. Love you so much, Clay. Well, I'm going to mark that down as another comment. That's 7 now, but thank you, Joshua. I appreciate that man love. It's reciprocated for sure. Hot take. Hope you and your family are well, Clay. We are indeed. John, I hope you guys are well back east as well. Thank you. Patrick, can't wait for Vasiliev Podsloven. Yeah, that's pretty much how Stan Smeel pronounced it on June 22nd, 2019. Louis, your window clip, okay, number 8, thank you. Your window clip would have made the cut on Don Cherry's Rock and Sock'em hockey video. Yeah, another one said America's funniest videos, to which I countered, how about, what did I say? Canada's dumbest dad, CDD. Anyways, thank you. Steve, hey Clay, glad you're okay after your accident. Okay, that's number 9. Thank you, Steve. I am okay. I don't give a chuck. What's up, John? Hot take hockey. Hey, Paul. Awesome. Dexter, I just got yelled at to go to bed. Yeah, Dexter, I don't want to get in the way of any family strife or family conflict. So you should listen to your parents. I am a parent. You have parents. I think you should listen to them. As much as I love you being on here. Jarhead, hey Clay, I didn't know you were into fantasy football. How is your team doing? Well, Jarhead, my team is 8-1. I am atop of our 10-person league. Sean, especially, who is on a 3-game win streak, but he's 4-5, so that tells you how poorly he started. He can't believe that I'm winning because of the 10 guys, I easily know the least about the NFL. I know enough, but I certainly don't know much. I don't even know the names of half my players. But yeah, I'm enjoying fantasy football. I'm doing it for a few years now, and I'm really riding on the back of Dalvin Cook, of Aaron Jones. I have Travis Kelce, and my quarterbacks, they're just okay. It's that guy from Houston. Sean. Oh, anyways, what's the quarterback from Houston? What's his name? Anyways, I have the Houston. Yeah, Deshaun Watson. That's who I have. So I have this is how bad I am. So I have Dalvin Cook, who's got me 40 points last 2 games. I have Aaron Jones. I have Travis Kelce. I do have Deshaun Watson. Then I just have Derek Carr and Phillip Rivers as my. I have the kicker from Kansas City, who's good at the Miami defense. My receivers are just okay. I have Chark from some team. I have Allen Robinson, who's just okay. I have a couple other guys that are just okay. The receivers are probably the weakest part of my team, but definitely the running backs are the best. And I just showed how little I know about fantasy football. So there you go. I hope that was entertaining to you. Anula, I have to step out and watch the window clip so I know what we are talking about back in a bit. Okay, Anula, let me know what you think, but that's number 10 now. Steve, hey Clay, do you think Ferland will be healthy enough to play this year? If I had to guess, Steve, I'm going to say no. You can never, I've talked about this a lot, you can never force a guy to go on LTIR, but that is $3.5 million. That would be really, really good. Oh yeah, which I just skipped a bunch of messages, so I'll catch up, I promise. And but thank you for your question, Steve. No, I have a feeling if I was betting man, I don't think Ferland plays this season. Fangirl, can you do another Canucks Christmas parody this year? We'll see, Fangirl. I was just watching the one I did with Marie last year. I've also done some fun ones with our foreign exchange student. By the way, if you do watch my Canucks Christmas songs, that foreign exchange student, I think I've let you in on the secret before. He's actually not a foreign exchange student. He was born and raised here, but his name's Kevin. He lives in Burnaby, but he loves to play the part of the foreign exchange student. Maybe that's not so politically correct now. But we'll see, Fangirl. There aren't any teams, any games, a team, to parody. So we'll see if the Canucks parody makes sense for Christmas. But we'll see. Hot take: a Canadian division would be wild, would be so much fun, and would reignite more rivalries, possibly to the Battle of Alberta level for a couple of teams. Yeah, Vancouver and Calgary have a bit of a rivalry going. There's Calgary, Edmonton, of course, Toronto, Montreal. But Vancouver never does well. They struggle against Toronto. They struggle against Winnipeg. They split games with Calgary, Edmonton. So we'll see. But yes, I agree with you, John. Canadian division would be a lot of fun. Peter Hughes, which Canuck player would you like to go see through their bedroom window? Well, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Like, if you want to see how agile they are or what their bedroom looks like. But I think Petey would definitely do something fun with that. For sure. And I think just the visual of seeing 6'7" Tyler Myers trying to fit through a bedroom window will be kind of cool too. Dexter, my soccer game yesterday, my practice tonight got canceled because there was a positive COVID test at one of the high schools in Nanaimo. 2 of our players go to school. Well, Dexter, I hope that all works out. I hope you are safe. And yeah, better safe than sorry, obviously. Gershban, I think Pedersen will break out and get 100 points while Besser will get 80. Those are high point totals for sure, especially, I'm sure you're talking about an 82 game season. I don't think they're going to get those points in a 50 or 60 game season. But in a full 82, I'd put more money on Besser getting 100 than Besser getting 80. Pettersson getting 100 instead of Besser getting 80, but that would be tough. That would be tough. But yeah, that would be awesome for the Canucks. Dexter, I don't give a check. Thanks so much, Clay. No problem. Dexter, not Try Inc. What's Try Inc? Try Inc. I don't know. Maybe I just skipped right over it, but that's okay, Dexter. Clay, there was another video, not one of you going through the window. It was you in a Canucks jersey jumping over the couch and landing on your butt. Oh, yes. So that one was a parody video that my friend Ariel and I did. It was actually a commercial. We got paid for it. It was a parody video for Lazy Boy couches. And we did Iggy Azalea's song called Fancy. We did it comfy, talking about watching Canucks games from the comfort of Lazy Boy couches. And yeah, it was scripted, but I basically tried to jump onto a couch. And my long jump is so good that I went flying over the footrest and I almost broke my left leg in the process. So if you haven't seen that yet, look up my comfy parody video. But yes, that was the GIF that was posted also on Twitter. I'm not very good with landings. Gershbad, do you see Lind playing a few games next season? I don't think he makes the team this season, Gershbad, but I think he will make the team next season when more contracts come off the books, when some of our bottom 6 guys' contracts end. I see Höglander, Podkolzin, and Lind all being on the team 2 seasons from now. Good question, though. Edmund, yes, I'm annoyed my group fitness classes are canceled for 2 weeks. I just hope the 2 weeks doesn't become like the 3 months back in March. We'll see. It is indeed the second wave. Arso, how's it going, Clay? Do you think they should make window high jump a sport? Okay, thank you, Arso. That's number 11. Thank you. In all seriousness, hope you're not feeling any effects of it. No, I'm absolutely fine. But yeah, some people are saying, haha, that was funny, good job. Others are saying I could have seriously got hurt. I didn't really think about that at the time when I was trying to hold that handstand. And if you watch the videos, you can really see the muscular definition in my butt and my legs. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that as I was tipping over and not able to stop my momentum. Laura, I know I haven't been on in a while, but I've been binge watching a couple of shows on Netflix. That's okay, Laura. If you want to choose Netflix over me, I will not judge you. That's fine. Edmund, fair to say Louis Eriksson starts on the main roster and got another Zoom interview soon. So answer the second one first, Edmund. Yeah, I have a couple, I always say this, I have a couple irons in the fire, people that are verbally committed, but we haven't set dates yet, so I won't say who those people are yet. And I think Eriksson may start on the roster as a second liner with Horvat and Pearson. If Travis Green likes this, if Travis Green wants the lot of line together, then you put Eriksson with Horvat and Pearson because they're a decent shutdown line, and then Virtanen goes on the third line. I'd love to see Jake, Gaudette, and Mott. That would be amazing third line. If, however, they want to try Virtanen on the top line, you put Besser with Horvat and Pearson, then maybe Louis doesn't start. It's tough to say. I think it go either way. Dexter, it sounded like Smeal was having a stroke when reading. Yeah, he was struggling for sure. Dexter, thank you. DSL, hi Clay. Do you think Podkolzin will be the captain for Team Russia at the World Juniors? Stay safe. Thank you, DSL. Stay safe as well. And yes, I believe if they haven't named it already, they're leaning that way. So I would not be surprised if Podkolzin is indeed team captain at the World Juniors. Dexter, I just left the mini hockey room so I didn't get in trouble. I'm glad I entertained though. You were great, Dexter. You were great. Nick, hope you don't have Tom Brady on your fantasy team. No, Tampa was really bad yesterday. Deshaun Watson, yes, it was him. Arso, that Smeal may be the greatest name butchering in draft history. It was so bad in front of our home crowd too. Watson, yes, you guys are correct. Dexter, I don't even watch football. I knew that. Yeah, shows you how much I know. Edmund, I was shocked how bad Brady was Sunday night. The whole team was bad. Dalvin Cook has been sick. He has been jarhead. He's been amazing. Got him 5th overall in my draft. I think because we have 2 quarterbacks on our team. We have a 2 QB league. So not in order, but I know Jackson, Mahomes, McCaffrey, and either Zeke or someone else went before Cook. So I got Cook at 5 and I was happy. Gushbad, Canucks should buy out Eriksson next year and sign Pettersson, Hughes, Demko, and get someone that can get 40 points. Yeah, Gushbad, I've talked about this before. Because of the buyout calculation, it's basically 2/3 of cash owing times 2 times the remaining term of the contract. So it actually does not make sense to buy out a guy who's got 2 years left, because then you're feeling the cap effects for 4 years, right? 2 times 2. It makes sense to buy out a guy when he's in the final year of his contract, because then you only have a 2-year effect as opposed to a 4-year effect if it's 2 years. So I hope that makes sense. The formula is 2/3 of cash owing, not salary cap hit, but 2/3 of cash owing times twice the remaining duration of his contract. That's why it makes sense to buy out guys only in their final year of their contract. Edmund, Fernando gonna go on Furland gonna go on LTR for cap purposes. We'll see. Jared, I'm 4-5 in my league. Let me know if you ever need another GM for your league. Absolutely. If we're a team of 10, a league of 10, only $50, so it's not, or maybe it's 100, but it's not that much. But yeah, Jarhead, I know where to find you. Obviously, I will let you know if a spot opens up for sure. Nick, what do you think the ceiling is for Podkolzin and Hoglander? I'm really curious to see how they fit in. Podkolzin, I think he can be a tweener between the first and second line. Definitely second line. Maybe first or second line, 60 points a season maybe. Hoglander, I see him more as a second or third liner, maybe a second liner as well, 40 or 50 points. I would love to see a line with actually Horvat, Podkolzin, and Hoglander, and we could see that if, say, Pearson doesn't resign and you keep Besser with the Lotto line. That would be a cool second line a couple years down the road. Dexter, Peter Hughes, are you talking about stalking Canucks players through their window? That's up to you. Anula, window clip, glad you're... Oh, thank you, Anula, for watching that. So I'm going to... No, I already counted you, so that's 11 still. But thank you, Anula. I am okay, but I appreciate your concern. You're very sweet. Louis, with many Canadian junior teams not operating at the moment, how is that going to impact the next draft ranking? I suppose European players may get ranked higher since more scouts get to see them play instead. Yeah, that's a really good point, Louis. I never thought about that. But it's one thing not to even play, but it's another thing how that affects your draft status. Yeah, maybe a team, anyone who plays in Canadian junior, they're really going to really value, like a World Juniors. Of course, you don't get all the junior players don't get to go. It's only the cream of the crop. But a tournament like the World Juniors, I think, is going to go a long way to establishing draft rankings for sure. Great point. Dexter, I said try ink instead of think, and you have a hard time reading it out. Try ink. Huh? Oh, I said try ink instead of thinking. You had a hard time reading it out. Yeah, I thought you were referring to something else, Dexter. I hear what you're saying. Dexter, it was a while back. Manpreet, can't wait to see Markstrom get lit up by the Canucks. Yeah, I don't wish ill will on him. I just wish ill will on the Calgary Flames overall. Tanner versus Hughes scrap. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to happen, Manpreet. Fangirl, did you notice during the 2011 Cup Finals, the team that scored first 6 games happened to be the home team? Yes, I did notice. Unfortunately, the only time that it didn't work was game 7. Steve, Clay, if the Canucks were approached by a team for a trade for Besser and it was a fair trade, would you do it? Steve, depends on your definition of fair trade. I don't do Besser for Dumba. I do Besser for... yeah, it's tough to say because you can't just pull hypotheticals. You can pull out any name out of the midair, but it depends on your definition of fair trade. But I really like Besser, and I think he really wants to be here, and I think the fans love him. That doesn't mean you don't move him. You know that you might have to trade him at his peak to get good value back. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't move him because you're just going to be looking for then another top 6 winger. Jessica, looks like a vaccine. Looks like a vaccine is coming out. What do you think about fans attending in arenas? Yeah, I think without the vaccine, they're looking at about 3,000 to 4,000 per home arena. With the vaccine, yeah, if it's proven to be reliable and trustworthy, then go for it and let's get fans back in and let's get some atmosphere back in the arena for sure. Peter Hughes, Dexter, no, I'm talking about the Canucks players doing the same thing, window entering challenge like Clay. Well, thank you, Peter Hughes. I think you're giving me too much credit if you think it was a window entering challenge, but it was pretty bad. Anula, is the team off right now or are they doing any ice training? Not much updates on Canucks social media. Yeah, right now they're completely off. There's guys can skate in their home cities, their home countries, their home rinks. I hear some guys, Canucks players do work out in Richmond once in a while, but no, they're truly off season right now. Chris DeMarco, hi Chris, how are you? Long time no see. Isles girl Kim, Clay, I saw your tweet that you were on an ESPN commercial, Monday Night Football. Kim, tell us a bit about that down below. I haven't seen the footage yet. I saw a screenshot, I think, But that's pretty cool. If you were indeed on ESPN, that blows anything that I've done out of the water. And I've done some admittedly pretty cool things, but not bad. That's pretty cool. I was in an NHL commercial this year with the return to play, me and the boys shouting, "Go Canucks, go." But again, it was not ESPN and it was not Monday Night Football. Very cool, Kim. Also, it's not a it's not a Clay live stream without him sarcastically flexing about his muscular physique. Hey, Arso, who said it was sarcastic? No, I'm just kidding. That's true. I do sneak in, whether it's not so subtle, Mr. Calves, or you know, showing my right arm that looks massive on the screen, but it's only because it's the screen, or my muscular butt. Yes, it is sarcastic. Dexter, I won my fantasy hockey league season out of 20 people. Nice. Who did you have, Dexter, that was so good? Louis, my coworker's son plays for the Kelowna Rockets. They were to start WHL play on December 4, but now they're told to stay on hold. I think prospects are running out of place to train. That is sad. It's unfortunate for sure. Manpreet, I can imagine PD blasting a slap shot past Markey. Oh, I can imagine that too. Dexter, what are your thoughts on the Ontario Hockey League banning hitting? I think it's flat out stupid and the season should be canceled. The players should leave and go play somewhere else. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Hockey with no hitting doesn't make sense. You're going to have accidental contact. You're going to have people even maybe getting hurt by trying to avoid contact. There's worse things, like you're telling me that yelling at someone and potentially spitting on them accidentally even is safer than a body check where usually you're not spitting on the guy. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't like it. Rios, hey, what's up, Clay? Nice to see you again. And you are a good lander. Okay, that's number 12. Thank you. Rios, good to see you. A long time no speak. Hope you guys are all well. Yeah, there's a few people on here. Now, I get last week was kind of a weird one because we moved over to Zoom and that wasn't everyone's cup of tea. But I haven't seen people for some of you for 2 or 3 weeks, which is cool. I mean, it's cool that I'm seeing you now. It's not cool that I haven't seen you for 2 or 3 weeks. Justin, hi, Clay and GLCPC. Hello, Justin. Hope you all are staying safe and healthy. 998 cases in 2 days. Should we be concerned about a second shutdown derailing the start of next season and delaying when fans can safely return? Yes and no. If the numbers don't improve, yeah, it's going to be brutal. However, the vaccine is ready by December, January, as we've talked about a little bit, then we could see a return to play. So I think I'm on the fence right now for sure. Jarhead, read fantasy football. Thanks, dude. No problem, bud. Harry, hi, Clay. Nice video you posted on Twitter. You trying to come back in from the... Okay, that's 13. Thank you, Harry. But yes, not my finest moment, but thanks for your concern. Laura, 10 of them, Marky, were 2 long-serving Canucks, so they'll probably get tribute videos. So do you think the team will wait for the fans, which might not be a year or so, or just do it with no fans? No, Laura, they do. I think they do it this year. It doesn't make sense to do it 2 seasons from now. That doesn't make sense. Tanev will be halfway through his contract already. I think, if anything, they'll do it this year. And if it's no fans, then they have more people on TV anyways, right? They have hundreds of thousands instead of 18,000 in the arena. So I certainly think they'll still do it, and then they'll just play it on TV and throughout their social media. Great question. Dexter, thoughts on Tom Sestito's chirps on Twitter? The guy is bad. Those are some bad chirps. Yeah. Those are some very bad chirps for sure. I looked at them and they're just no good. He's just not a good chirper. Not on the ice and definitely not on Twitter either. Louis, I'm surprised you didn't go through concussion protocol after the window incident. Okay, well, that's 14 firstly. And yeah, see, you can see the tally is at 14 now. And yeah, I've had 1 concussion. I think I've talked about that before on this channel. Suffered it playing roller hockey. Pretty scary for sure. But thank you for that concern. Fangirl, I wonder if your window falling clip could win America's Funniest Home Videos. Okay, well, that's 15. And no, I don't think we'd win. I've seen a lot worse, but thanks for your concern as well. Rios, Kim is famous. She is indeed. Aiden. Oh, Aiden. Hey, Clay. I am self-isolating right now, and it's terrible because someone in my class got coronavirus. Sorry to hear that, Aiden. Also, do you think the Canucks have a chance to still sign Ekman Larsson? No. The Ekman Larsson window is gone. And he even said he actually didn't want to get traded, but he was trying to do the good thing to Phoenix, just in case they wanted to trade him, or Arizona. So he gave Vancouver, Boston as 2 potential. So I think that's gone. And Hoffman, we simply don't have the money to sign Hoffman. So I don't, although he looked really good in our top 6, I don't know if the Canucks want to go there. So my guess is no, Aiden. Or somebody else like Vatanen. Same thing, love Vatanen, $4 million last year. Maybe he signs for 1.5 or 2. But I think I have a feeling the Canucks are set. They're going to go with who they got. Dexter, I had Kucherov and Yossi. Those are good to win your pool. Canucks Vid dropping by to say hi. Hello, Canucks Vid. Nice to see you. Arso, who were your first 5 picks? Dexter, about his hockey pool that he won. Nick, When do you think we can expect to hear the NHL's plan to return? Probably, if they're looking for January, we're going to have to hear something by the end of this month for sure. So I'm guessing in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Arso, and what pick did you have, Dexter? Dexter, Arso, I think it might have been Kucherov, Marner, Yossi, Chiarelli, and Sergachev. Those are the first 5 I know. I had 4th overall. Kucherov at 4 is pretty good. I presume McDavid went before that, maybe Draisaitl, and maybe McKinnon, or maybe Crosby even. No, not Crosby. I don't know. Who knows? Aiden. Also, I love that you post. I love the post you posted on IG. You trying to come in through the window. That was hilarious. Well, thank you, Aiden. That's 16 now, but thank you. Arcel says, okay, Dexter, do you have Yahoo ESPN? Edmund says, you probably got a good workout from that window climbing. Yeah, that's 17. But yes, I did. Thank you, Edmund. Canucks Vid, a lot of window comments. Yes, Canucks Vid. I'm not going to count that, though, because you're commenting on the comments, so we're still at 17. Dexter says, the ESPN. Isles says, Isles girl, Kim's being humble. She says, Rios, no. Hot take, Kim is famous. Indeed. Isles girl, hot take, get it trending. ESPN represented in the chat. Yes, indeed, John, it is with Kim here. Isles girl, hot take hockey is famous. I agree with that. Hot take hockey says Clay is famous. I don't agree with that, but I'd like to think so. Aiden, do you think that the Canucks are set in regards to signing players and trading? Expecting anything at the deadline? Also, do you think Gaudreau is staying in Calgary? So Aiden, answer all your questions. Yeah, I think the Canucks are done. I think they're going to go to training camp with who they have. I don't expect anything. Well, deadline, I'm not sure what deadline you're talking about now because the trade deadline has passed. So maybe you're talking about preseason. I don't know. And do you think Gaudreau is staying in Calgary? Once I can say his name, I do think he is going to stay in Calgary. Nick, can someone please explain to me how NHL fantasy works? I love to get into it. I'll let someone know. Well, very quickly, Nick, there's different types of leagues, but the easiest fantasy league is simply a non-keeper league. It's season to season. You draft players from any of the 31 teams, and you get points for goals and assists. Basically, that's it. Some leagues are 12 players deep, 14, 16. It's usually an even number. And then sometimes you count penalty minutes or shots or shutouts or wins by a goalie. There's so many factors. And sometimes they're keeper leagues where you go season to season with the salary cap. That's the one I'm in as well, which is pretty cool. So NHL fantasy, there are many, many different combinations and permutations. Fangirl, what's one new thing you got interested in during this quarantine minus space and watching launches and everything International Space Station? That's pretty cool, Fangirl. What's one new thing you got interested in? Admittedly, I haven't done a lot of new things. I've kind of sharpened my saw, so to speak, when it came to normal things, things I've always doing, praying, studying, bowling, those kind of things. So nothing new, but maybe I'm boring. Maybe. Oh, you know what's new? I did a Zoom chat last week instead of a YouTube last year. Manpreet, remember Sedin's playing with Magnar Sestito? I feel like the Canucks wasted quality. Yeah, we had a little bit of trouble finding depth throughout our lineup for sure. That's a great point, Manpreet, and thanks for making me sad. Super sad. There you go. Rob, hi, just got here. For some reason, I did not get the notification. I saw the window post on Facebook. Thanks, Rob. You're number 18. And no problem, Rob. Rob, you should know, 10 o'clock every Monday night. But thanks for being here. Dexter, get Kim a blimp. I'm talking about how famous she is. DSL, Clay, why do you think Levo chose to sign in Calgary over staying in Vancouver? What a loss. Value player at a bargain price. Yeah, I was a little bit upset because it was a good price. And the Canucks obviously did well by him with his rehab. Of course, they weren't going to not do good by him. But Levo said maybe Calgary reached out to him earlier than Vancouver did. And it sounds like, unfortunately, it was a common trend with Vancouver's negotiations. So maybe he just felt more wanted than Calgary. Maybe they sold him on a right wing spot more than Vancouver did. Al's girl laughs at the blimp comment or something. Laura, who will get more starts, Demko or Holtby? I think you're looking at a 50-50 split with maybe a slight shade towards Demko, but I think it's going to be pretty close to 50-50. Arsenal, make Kim an insider. Absolutely. Edmund, I do notice Nate Schmitz is injury prone. Hopefully he can stay a full season in Vancouver. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that, but that's true. I mean, that may be true. Dexter, I want to join a keeper league. Yeah, keeper leagues are so fun. The one I'm in, it's a lot of fun. And there was 1 year where, because of the salary cap, I had McDavid, DeBrincat, Rantanen, Matthew Tkachuk, Charlie McAvoy. I had all these guys on entry-level deals, which was awesome for my salary cap. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love keeper leagues, and they got to be worth something. Like, I don't condone gambling, but it's got to be worth something. Otherwise, people won't take it seriously. Aiden, who do you think at this moment will be the Canucks starter net? I think it's Demko with Holtby as right there with him. Manpreet, what did Cecito say? Oh, he's basically going after anyone who is saying stuff about Trump. Basically, it's pretty funny. It is pretty funny. Edmund, any new movies you watched lately? Yeah, I watched on Halloween night. I watched Train to Busan, a Korean zombie flick. Then this past Saturday, staying on the same theme, I watched Alive, another Korean zombie flick just from this season. I don't like Korean K-pop or dramas, but I do enjoy their action, the thriller movies. I can get over the subtitles pretty quick, so I watched 2 zombie movies. Usually not my thing, but yeah. So those are the 2 most recent movies I've watched, both Korean zombie movies. Laura, what do you think of the video with PD and the on the bench guys? It was pretty funny. PD shows a lot of character, and he's a good sport. I think some of their gags took a little long with the video. I think you want to be quicker and you want to have more basically faster jokes. To me, it got a little bit repetitive, just a little bit, but overall, I still thought it was really well done. What do you think, Laura? I presume you liked it as well. I thought it was good. Dexter, Cecito chirped Biden and said he was going to be dead in 2 weeks anyway. Then whoever replied to him, he chirped about their followers. It was so funny. Yeah, it was funny and sad. Fangirl, what's your favorite Christmas movie, Clay? Good question. I do not watch a lot of Christmas movies. Call me a bit of a Grinch that way, or a Scrooge. Yeah, actually, I don't have a favorite Christmas movie, believe it or not. I'll enjoy Elf if it's on. I'll enjoy National Lampoon. I'll enjoy Home Alone, some of the sappy stuff, but really nothing that really stands out to me, to be honest with you. Maybe I should get one this year. I'll take your recommendations, everyone, though, for sure. Canucksvid, I just went through Tom Cecito's tweets. Yikes. Yeah, it's pretty yikes for sure. Aiden, do you think schools are going to shut down in BC? Aiden, I don't. I think that's the last thing Dr. Bonnie Henry wants to do, but if it gets bad enough, she will, but I don't think so yet. Also, Clay and people in here, if I set up a fantasy league for next year, would you be interested? We could make up a league with people interested. Arso, that's a great idea. Admittedly, I don't know if I'll have time to do another one between standard and fantasy pools in hockey and then one football one. But who knows? We got a lot of time to figure that out. Maybe we could actually create a league from people in this chat, and that is a pretty cool idea. So, Arso, keep that on the back burner or at least in the forefront, wherever you want to keep it. And we'll figure it out. That's pretty cool. Dexter says to Aiden, I hope so. Talking about, do you think schools are going to be shut down? Aiden says, anyway, Clay, thanks for the awesome live stream again. Got to go to bed. Now keep up the great work and see you in your next live or video. Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that. And yeah, good, responsible student. Going to bed before 11 o'clock. Dexter, any open spots in your league? Not right now, but it is pretty cool. So I got Jarhead for NFL league, and I got Dexter for NHL league. Okay. Got that. Reels, does it cost money to join fantasy leagues? Some are free, but then you can just kind of do whatever. Most of them cost some sort of money. I know the ones I do with my friends, we do about $50 to $100 a year just to make it worth something. Fangirl, at least if things shut down, I have Animal Crossing on my Switch I can play. Well, that's good. I've never played that, but I hear that's popular. Laura, I didn't know that Stetcher changed profile pic to Wings colors until today. Oh, I didn't even know that, but that makes me sad as well. Dan, Rob, has anyone asked yet, do you think the Canucks will extend Travis Green before the season starts? I think it's final year of his contract. Yeah, Rob, did a vlog about that earlier this week. I do think they get it done, but I think they're being responsible given COVID. Not a lot of money floating around. Want to see if they're going to have fans. But yeah, I think it would be smart to not have him a lame duck coach going into this season. Aiden, before I go to bed, other thank the Canucks, who is the fave. Oh, any others think? Other thank the Canucks, who is the fave to win the Stanley Cup, in your opinion? Other than the Canucks, who is the favorite to win the Stanley Cup? I think Tampa, Vegas, or Colorado. Those are 3 teams that stick out to me right now. Maybe Philly. So I'll pick Tampa and Philly from the East and Vegas and Colorado from the West. Rome, Alive was a really interesting movie. Cool spin on the zombie genre. Yeah, it wasn't that gory. It wasn't zombies all the time. There's a bit of relationship, a bit about isolation, a bit about tech. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good as well, Rome. Rios, PD selling for the first time. PD selling for the first time. What's that, Reels? Is that in that video or something else? Aiden says, bye, good night. Good night, Aiden. Thanks. Arcel, Dexter, of course. I haven't created yet. I was wondering if enough people here would be interested. Cool. Canucks vid, Die Hard, a Christmas movie, yes or no? Let's go with yes, although I haven't seen it in a long time. Dexter, I was talking to Clay, Arcel, but I'll definitely join yours. Okay, awesome. We're cross-breeding fantasy leagues here. Rome, Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie. Louis, if you were an unsigned Canadian hockey player, would you sign a bargain deal to stay in the Canada, US, or get a better deal to go play overseas? That's a great question, Louis. I think it depends on family situation. If you're already married or in a serious relationship or whatever, then I think you're more in line to you're probably more likely to stay here. But if you're younger, single, less commitments, or especially if you can get an out clause, then I think it's a no-brainer. If you want to stay sharp, you go over to the European leagues, but you get an out clause put in your contract that you can leave whenever you want to, kind of thing, if the NHL starts up again. Arso, my bad, Dexter, no worries, Arso. If you created one with people in the chat, I would 100% join. Rob says, I would join an NHL league. Okay, Arso, you're getting some interest. Laura, I really liked the video. It really showed a lot of Petey's character, which I really enjoyed. Yes, I agree, Laura. Canucks vid, I work in Coquitlam City Hall. I'm kind of surprised we haven't closed to the public yet after the huge COVID spike. Yeah, there are a lot of places that are still open as of now. DSL, do you think Trump will leave the White House peacefully, like the fantasy hockey idea? Oh, sorry, those are two separate. And he likes the fantasy hockey idea. Do you think Trump will leave the White House peacefully? I have a gut feeling he will. I think there's going to be a lot of uproar over the next couple of weeks, lawsuits, ballots, whatever. But I think when push comes to shove, hopefully, literally, there won't be any pushing or shoving. I hope that he will leave peacefully. All right, so Clay, you don't need much time for the league, by the way. Just need 1 day to draft. That's true, Arso. That's true. I hear what you're saying. So it's not like one where we're going to be doing transactions. It's more of just a hockey pool. Then I'd be open to that for sure. Dexter, Trump said he was going to have to be dragged out of the White House when kicking and screaming. I love this guy. We'll see. He says that now, Dexter, but we'll see. Rios in the off the bench video. Yes. Okay. Petey Selly. That's cool. Fangirl. One of my favorite Christmas movies has to be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The one with Zoe instead of Clarice. Okay. Awesome. Mancrat, my new best friend. The fact that you can find something about the Canucks to talk about every day, even in the off season, is an uncanny but very impressive talent. Thank you, Mancrat, and thanks that we're still friends despite my horrible stereotype last week. You know what I'm talking about. I'm glad we're buddies. And yeah, I've never met a microphone or camera that I didn't like. I think I have the gift of gab. Sometimes it gets the better of me. But yeah, I'm not sure, Mancrat, if you're talking about my daily vlogs. No, sometimes I do struggle to find stuff to talk about. But if you're talking about now, the fact we've gone for 50 minutes strong, I appreciate you, brother. Edmund, Biden first speech as president has made me confident he'll be a good president. We'll see. He's been saying the good stuff. Good things for sure. Louis, Korean Christmas movie to recommend, The Tower. Okay, I'm going to write this down right under my tally of 18 people making fun of me about the window. The Tower. Think Die Hard and a 9-on-1 setting. It'll blow your mind. Okay, I will check that out, Louis. Thank you for your recommendation. That's great. Edmund, Home Alone 1 and 2, my favorite Christmas movies of all time. Raymond, did you see On the Bench with Pedersen? Feedback on the episode, didn't know he can play goalie. Yeah, Raymond, nice to see you. We just talked about this about 10 minutes ago. You might not have been here yet. Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was good. I thought it was well done, well edited, very comical. I thought it could have been a little tighter in the editing. Some of the gags were kind of repetitive, the same thing, but that's just me as a video creator. I always, despite me blabbing for an hour every Monday night, I do like to go quicker sometimes. So just my opinion, but I did think it was entertaining for sure. Dexter, the Surrey stereotype. Yeah, not my finest work last week. Rob, for the pool, you could do one like they have often newspapers where they have 20 boxes with the 4 or 5 players in each box, and you pick one from each box to get your 20 players. That is another way. That's called a box pool. Arsenal, yes, Mancrat took that well. Mancrat is the best. Louis Mancrat from Surrey, yes, that was, yes. I know. Dexter, why are all the candidates for president all fossils? Get someone younger. I think these guys, they pay their dues. They get up in age, but they stay at it tirelessly. And maybe American voters don't trust younger people. Yeah, you look at the age, you look at Justin Trudeau, whether you like him or not, compared to Joe Biden, who's 76 years old. It's a big difference for sure. Laura, Elf is always a good Christmas movie in a Christmas Eve tradition in our house. Oh, it is one. It's a Christmas. Yeah, that's a fun one for sure. Fangirl, I just want COVID to go away. I'm tired of wearing masks and distance from others. I agree. Dexter, Sleepy Joe is a fossil. Yes, though there are so many better candidates who are sane. So Dexter, obviously a big Biden fan, as you can tell. Awesome. It's 10:50. Let's stay on for 5 more minutes before I do my wrap up. So we got 5 more minutes. If Canucks cannot resign Green, any other possible replacement, there are a lot of good coaches out there that are not under contract. Do you give Babcock a try despite how he left Toronto? He's a very good coach. Some other really good coaches, but we'll see. I'm not worried about that yet. I don't really think about that yet. Louis, Kanye got 63,000 votes. Did not know that. Arso, Rob, I've never done a pool like that. Well, check it out. Yeah, Arso, just look up box pools. Petter Hughes, we learned from the Spit and Chicklets that Petey can juggle bowling pins while riding a unicycle. Also, Petey made fun of how bad Ryan Whitney was in the Swedish League. Yes, I caught that. Petey showed a lot of personality for sure. Dexter, Coach Rob in for Travis Green. I think Rob would do a good job. Edmund, I think Canucks will make a big mistake if they don't re-sign Green. Yeah, I think they will as well, Edmund. Just a matter of when and for how much. Mancrat, what non-Canucks players jersey would you rock? Oh, good question. Excellent question. I've always liked Stamkos, admittedly. I like Nathan McKinnon. And I like Connor Hellebuyck, mostly because my cousin Dusty worked with Hellebuyck a lot when my cousin Dusty worked for the Winnipeg Jets. So those are 3 players from 3 of my favorite non-Canucks teams. Yeah, I would do McKinnon. I would do Hellebuyck, and I would do Stamkos, I think. Good question, Mancrat. Fangirl, which Canucks charity event do the rookies go on stage? I forgot. That's the annual Dice and Ice in usually January, February. Dexter, Coach Rob as head coach. Stuffed animals as assistant coach, equipment staff. Yeah, we got to see Rob's stuffed animals last week. It's pretty cool. Okay, Dexter, you can be an assistant coach. Okay, Rob and Dexter running a bench. That'll be interesting. Michael, looking sharp today, Clay, but you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Well, thank you, Michael. No, I did not need you to tell me, but I do like hearing those kind of things. And Michael, I'm sure you look good right now as well. Rios, I would rock a Kane jersey. The 88 just nasty. Yeah, that's good. He's a good player too, despite how he terrorized the Canucks for a few years. Edmund Ovechkin for me. I got a shirt. Yeah, that's a good choice. Will G, what kind of... Oh, it just disappeared as I was reading it. It said, what kind of numbers will someone put up? But I'm not sure where it went. All right, guys, 2 or 3 more minutes. I can feel my throat starting to get a little tingly. But that's because I've gone basically without drinking much water. Dexter, I want to get a spot beside the penalty box at Canucks game and chirp the opposition. That would be a lot of fun. Probably a bloody expensive ticket, though. Edmund, I think he meant Holtby. What kind of numbers? I don't know. If he gets back to 9-10 save percentage, I will take that. Petter Hughes, I don't think Babcock would be a good coach since some players bad experience with him. Franson mentioned he was abused by him, and Marner was forced by Babcock to rank his teammate players. Yeah, that's the first one that came to the top of mind, but you're right. He might not be the best for sure. Fangirl, what's the funniest Dyson Ice rookie event? Mine was when Hutton lip sync Barbie Girl. That was pretty good for sure. That was good. Will G, what kind of numbers will Holtby put up? Yeah, if he gets to 9-10 save percentage, that would be good. Maybe, hard to say. If in a 60-game season, if he splits, then he's playing 30 games. You want him to win at least half of them, so maybe 15 to 18 wins. Laura, if you could see a Canucks road game in any city, not including any of the Canadian ones, which would you pick and why? Love to see a game in Vegas. I've been in a game there once before, but it was Vegas versus Minnesota. Cheering for Minnesota, of course, because Vegas was in our division. But I'd love to see Vancouver versus Vegas in Vegas. The showmanship that they put on in that arena, and it's loud. Oh my, is it loud. So if I have to pick an American arena, I'm picking that one. Great question. Louis, I have a Rick Ripien number 37 in my collection. Nice. Rios, I want the green men back. They were good. Dexter, imagine a Ty Domi fan situation where I hop over the glass and fight the play in the box. I don't like your chances, Dexter, but good luck. Arso, can I get a 1 in the chat from the people who would be interested in YouTube chat pool with Clay? Okay, so if you are interested in joining a hockey pool this season, and we're going to base it out of people that come together every Sunday night, type a number 1 in the chat. I won't read them all out, but Arso, you can write these names down as we go. Manpreet, I'm interested in a fantasy hockey league. Can't wait to put my life savings on the line. Well, Manpreet, I hope you have more than $100. Edmund, I hope you will pull Belfour and have a 920. That would be cool. Rios, would you do a Fiala for Besser? Oh, Fiala is good. He is good. I'd have to know what Fiala's contract situation is, quite frankly. But yeah, Fiala seems a little more dangerous than Besser right now. Gary Clay, you should have done shave November. Yeah, no, you wouldn't want to see me. It'll be ugly, and by the time November would be ending, I think there'd just be like 6 whiskers. Petter Hughes, Babcock scratched Modano when he had the opportunity to play his 1,500 game, but he retired to play 1,400. You're right. I don't like Babcock anymore. It was just the first name I could think of. Okay, a bunch of ones. That's awesome. Mancrat. Sometimes I lose sleep thinking about Marchand sucker punching Daniel repeatedly in the 2011 final. Is there any fix for this, Clay? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't believe Daniel but obviously the Canucks felt that they would make the Boston Bruins pay in the penalty box, but I think injuries caught up to them. No, I think the only fix for that, Mancrat, is on the positive side is watching the Sedin's last game, their last goal at home against Arizona. That was pretty cool. And from the Brad Marchand, isn't there a gif or picture of him crying this year? Maybe when the Boston Bruins got eliminated. So maybe that's what you go with. Here to help. Dexter, if it was Matheson in the box, I would jump over as soon as he got the box. Same with Marsh. Yeah, Marshall really annoyed me in that series. $3 million for 1 more year for Fiala. Wow. Whereas Besser's making just under 6. Wow, depends what Fiala gets in his next one, but I was impressed by him. I will say that. You can obviously tell that I don't want to say I don't want Besser anymore. I don't want to say that. Arso, by the way, everyone, it won't be a money league. I hope that's okay. I don't bet. Sorry. No, Arso, way to stick to your morals. Dexter, good Arso, I wouldn't pay. Laura, when they lost to the Blues in the finals, Marchand cried. There we go. Same with Perron and his googly eyes. Yes, Dexter, I'd take you in a fight over Perron for sure. Peter Hughes, I don't get why Marchand wasn't penalized for punching Daniel Sedin. Yeah, that was ridiculous. A lot of complaints about the refereeing in that final. Rios, I think many wouldn't do that. Yeah, I agree. They probably let Fiala. Louis, I can fix Marchand if not for that jail thing. Yeah, I know we want to keep you out of jail. Dexter, Perron looks like gritty with those eyes. Laura, I have a shirt that has that picture on it. Wow, that's impressive. Okay, that's a good place to end right there. You guys, that was awesome. That was a quick 57 minutes. This is where, you can leave anything in the chat box. Keep it clean. I'll read it before I go. Thank you for the tally of 18 comments on my video about entering the bedroom window. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure that you go check that out. I'll just read that last one. You should be green man for the Canucks. Thank you, Gary. But if you, actually, it's a great tie-in. If you've seen my window video, I definitely do not have the flexibility and the athleticism that those guys did. Okay. Everyone, thank you. This was a lot of fun. After a quick reprieve last week on Zoom, which I'm still going to experiment with one more time, maybe before the new year. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. You know, I don't take you for granted. And I know you could be doing anything else right now. So thanks again. I truly think I have the best subscribers, the best followers, whatever. I think our chats are always productive. They're always fun. I guess the one last thing, and put it in a comment, and I'm not looking for compliments here, but I want your honest opinion. The reason why I like Zoom as a change is it wasn't me just talking for the whole hour. It was, I gave you a chance to talk, to ask questions, but not everyone availed themselves with that opportunity because some people aren't comfortable. Some people are fine hearing me chat. So again, I'm not fishing for compliments, but I'm always trying to evolve, make sure that this is the best experience for you. If you had to pick one, do you like the YouTube format where it is really one way from a standpoint, it's just me talking, but I'm trying to get to all your questions the best I can? Or would you prefer a Zoom format where people can actually verbally ask their own questions? But admittedly, it was a little slower. There were only 15 of us last week, but it was a little slower because I tried to go to everyone who wanted to say something. So I'm not going to make a decision right now, but I'd love to read your comments. When I stop this live stream, and just want to see what you guys think. Okay, thanks everyone. As always, I invite you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and certainly like this video if you haven't liked this video already. And once again, thank you for being with me tonight. Thank you for being so loyal, and I do not take you for granted. And yes, I'm gonna stop the stream in about 30 seconds. I'm gonna read all these comments before I go to bed, and then we'll figure out what to do. If I do another Zoom, it won't be until December anyways. And I think around Christmas time, once we're all decorated, I think it's time for a house tour. So, give me a thumbs up or an emoji or whatever if you do want to see that house tour once my house is all decorated for Christmas. Okay, Canucks fans, thanks again. Appreciate you being here. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go. Good night, everyone.